it's me, Kylie. I am so excited that you're here today because today there's something in the Maker Box! Yes, I love the Maker Box. So exciting. Okay, are you ready? But like, are you ready? Are you sure? Okay. Here we go. Oh, yes! A puppet. And not just any kind of puppet, a marionette. A marionette is a kind of puppet that hangs from strings that are connected to a control up top. Our control looks like the letter X. And we have strings going from the middle to the head, boing, 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 and from each side to the arms, and the arms are attached to the legs. That means that this marionette is great for dancing. Watch, I'm gonna move the control up on the top. And because it's attached to the marionette, when I move the top, the whole puppet moves. Wow, this is awesome. I have an idea. You know what's even better than one puppet? Two. What if you and I go to the studio and make this puppet friend a friend? You want to? Okay, let's go. Welcome to the studio. I am so excited to make a friend for our friend with my friend, you. The first thing I think we should do is make a little bit of a plan for how this guy's put together so we can know how to put our new marionette together. The first thing I'm going to draw is the shape for the head of our puppet. It's a circle, isn't it? Then there's a big button for the body, a bigger circle. Then 2 small circles for the hands, and small circles for the feet. But they go this way, don't they? When I turn this puppet around, I can see that actually every place there's 1 button, there's actually 2 buttons. It's kind of like the yarn and the string are sandwiched between 2 buttons everywhere there's 1. We need 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. There's thicker string, yarn, for the legs, arms, and neck. Let's draw that. That's the yarn that makes up the body for the marionette, but there's also this thread, these very small, thin strings that help us control the marionette when he dances. One from this arm, one from this arm, one from the foot to, let's see, where does it go? The arm. And then the whole thing attaches right up top with this X made of straws. Now that we've diagrammed how this is made, let's pick out our buttons. I brought my whole collection. Do you collect anything, I wonder? I collect lots of things. Rocks, buttons, art supplies. But buttons are one of my favorite because buttons are so different. Look at this one. It's metal, it's not perfectly round, and it has these cool triangle shapes in it. Do you see any buttons here that you think are interesting? Let's start by picking out buttons for the head of our marionette. We need 2 medium-sized buttons. They can be the same color or not the same at all. Whatever, they mostly just need to be about the same size. I really like this lime green. Can you find another button to match this for the other side of my button sandwich? Who's hiding under there? Ta-da! They're not exactly the same, but close enough. I have my head button. I think I'm gonna go with a classic for the body. I'm gonna pick 2 big yellow buttons. Now we need buttons for the hands. Ooh, I really like this teal color, and I see another one over here that kind of looks like that too. And they don't need to match, so let's see, maybe the other hand can be maybe this light blue. Do you see another small light blue button anywhere? I do. Now we just need our feet. 2 buttons each. I like this purple. How about the other one? Bright pink. Yes. We have our buttons picked out. Now it's time to cut the yarn for the arms and legs of our marionette. You can use any color you want. This is just the first color I found today. Arms. And then this will be for the neck. We'll just double it around like that. Now let's cut our thread. We need 1, 2, 3 pieces of thread. I'll keep those right here for now. The next thing we need to think about is if we want to add any eyes or hair or clothes to our puppet. For sure we need googly eyes because you know I love googly eyes. And we're gonna add some hair too, that's pretty fun. I'm using craft foam for those things. Let's see. What color hair should we have? Purple? All right, looks like I could trim a little on the side. Now that we have everything cut and laid out and ready to glue, it's time to glue it! The feet on this puppet are put together a little bit differently because if you look here, you'll see that the yarn goes in one of the buttonholes and the thread goes in another of the buttonholes. So instead of facing forward like the body, the head, and the arms, these actually face down like feet, flat on the earth. So we do need to put our yarn through one of these holes and our string through the other before we glue it. Let's do it. Oh, I made a poem. So you might use a needle, or I'm just gonna use a skewer to help push it through this little hole. Once the yarn's through, I'm gonna take my thread and thread that through the other hole. Ta-da! I have the yarn and the string coming out of one side of my button. And then on this bottom side, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue and the bottom of my foot. We have a foot. We have a foot. Repeat on the other side. 2 feet are complete. Now we're gonna move up the string to the hands. We're just gonna put some hot glue on the button. And on one side, we're gonna attach the yarn. Be careful of your fingers. And on the other side, we're just gonna attach our thread right through the glue. A little bit more just to be safe and because I love glue so much. And then you're gonna put on the top button. Just to sandwich that all in there. Boom, boom. Cool. Same thing, other side. Next, we're gonna move up around and get our head ready, and then we'll finish it all up by gluing it all together in the body. For the head, I'm gonna make another little pile of glue. I'm gonna double this string like this. Put that right in there. Then I'm gonna take my third thread and just have that run right up the top. That's it. Time to bring it all together in the middle. 2 puddles of glue for the legs. 2 for the arms. And then a puddle right on top for the neck. Then one last pile of glue in the middle, and I'll attach the last piece, the back of my button sandwich for the body. Here it goes. Oh I forgot the hair. Artists make mistakes all the time. I know. Isn't that surprising? Sometimes when we think of professional artists, we think of people who can do everything perfectly, but guess what? That kind of person doesn't exist. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. The mistake I made is that I glued the buttons together before I put the hair in. See this, friend? The hair is glued on in between the buttons, and so I would have taken this piece and put it right in between before I glued those buttons together, but I did not do that. So I can either start all the way over, which would be a totally fine thing to do, or I can come up with some other kind of creative solution. Which do you think I'm gonna do? Other creative solution. I think I'm gonna give this marionette a very fancy top hat. All right, let's glue it on. Would have been fine without anything, I suppose, but who doesn't like a good accessory? I've never met a person. Ooh, jaunty. Problem solved in style. Let's add some eyes. Our marionette is almost done. Now we just need to make the top where the strings hang from so that we can control our puppet. I'm gonna make an X out of some straws. Ta-da! The way I'm gonna do this is to just put a little bit of hot glue right in the middle. Once my X is glued together, then I'm going to create two little cuts, not all the way through, but just to make a little notch in either side of this horizontal straw. Just a little bit on the top. Boop. Boop. And we'll do the same thing here, right in the middle. Boop. It's time to make this marionette come to life. I'm gonna pick up the head string and I'm gonna attach it right to the middle. I'm gonna run the string through the notches I made just to help hold it in place. Then I'm just gonna tie that. You can tie it around a couple times if you want. Hi, buddy. Okay, find one of the arm strings and attach it to your vertical beam by putting that in one of the notches. Bring up the other side, put that in the notch. Give it a little trial. Ooh, 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 yes. And then tie off these two sides as well. Hey friend, meet your friend. Hello. I think there's only one thing left to do. We have to put on a puppet show. These babies need to dance, right? But let's not do it just on the table of the studio. We need to make a puppet theater, don't we? We do. You're right. They're right. It all starts with a box. I'm gonna cut off all of the flaps. Now that the flaps are cut off, I'm gonna cut a hole in the very top of the box so that I can lower my marionettes in so they can dance down here and I can control them up here. If you want to put some sort of background in your box, put that in now. I'm just going to make mine black. Our theater is almost ready. The puppet show is almost here. I'm just going to add some stage curtains with this leftover fabric, and then we're ready to go. Welcome to the Button Friends Dance Show! Now, what kind of Button Friends dance show would this be if I didn't invite a button friend out here? Come on, hat button friend! Welcome, welcome, hello, it's so good to be here. Let's get our button dance going!
thank you. High five. All right. Oh, thank you. Did you like the puppet show? It was so fun doing it. Boing, 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 boing. If you want to make more art with me, you know I want to make more art with you. Just search for Kylee Makes It. Kylee. That's me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.